To begin today's storyline, we actually pick up with Batman telling us a story. That's something his father had told him years ago, that apparently in everybody there is good and evil. With that being said, he's right now talking about Harvey Dent, aka Two-Face. And the reason why, because to most fans and comic book characters, apparently there are two different personalities fighting for control over the body of Harvey Dent. Because the good side, Harvey Dent, who used to be a district attorney working alongside with Batman and Jim Gordon. And then there is the bad side, the Two-Face personality that was born on one bad day that completely changed Harvey Dent forever and became one of the most famous villains of Batman in Gotham City. We then jump back many years ago, where apparently Batman was called by James Gordon to handle a certain problem. Of course, that problem is Two-Face. Two-Face has kidnapped a random boy, and he's about to drop this boy off a rooftop to kill him. Now, of course, Two-Face does have some henchmen, and they're telling him right now the police have the whole entire building surrounded. But either way, he has no idea that Batman is coming. I mean, he does have an idea that sooner or later Batman will be there, but he has no idea that Batman is already there. But while Batman is about to fight against Two-Face once again, you do have James Gordon tell Batman one thing, something very important. And you have James say, listen, I believe Harvey Dent is still inside there. We can save him. There are two personalities fighting for control over that body. And of course, I believe our old friend Harvey Dent is still inside there. We just have to find a way to bring him out, to save him, and to also have someone else out there helping to save Gotham. But either way, this section does end with Batman being able to go confront Two-Face and actually stop him. But again, the words of James Gordon keeps playing over and over again in Batman's head, where he thinks that maybe James is right, that Harvey Dent is still inside there, and maybe, just maybe, we can bring him out once again. But of course, only time can tell. Now we do jump into the present day. A lot of years has passed since that last moment. In the present day, we do see Two-Face meeting up with Mayor Nakano. Now, Mayor Nakano is a newer character that has appeared, I want to say, in the Infinite Frontier by DC Comics. But either way, this is Mayor Nakano doing something that DC has done so many times over the years, which is giving Two-Face a second chance. Because when it came to Two-Face, when he was just Harvey Dent, he was your district attorney. He was doing great things until, of course, Falcone basically poured some chemicals all over his face, and that gave birth to the Two-Face persona. But either way, over the years, different things have happened where Two-Face has been put in a position where he was given a second chance, but of course he failed. And so here we are again. You have Mayor Nakano asking Harvey Dent to be a DA, a district attorney once again, because he's giving him a second chance to change his life, because he used to be such a great person. He only changed because of one bad day. Now you do have Batman actually meet up with Harvey Dent, because Harvey Dent has called Batman for a very special reason. That reasoning is apparently it's going to be Harvey Dent's father's 88th birthday. But of course, on top of that, he's worried about his father because apparently a note came in the mail and of course was given to Harvey Dent. And that letter says something is going to happen to Harvey Dent's father at his birthday party. And that right there is very scary, because this is Harvey Dent, Two-Face, trying to be a good guy now, trying to be better for the city of Gotham. And of course, as soon as he tries, something or someone out there is trying to pull him back down by going after his father. And so this is him asking Batman, please look into this to make sure that nothing happens to my father. I can't afford to lose my father. Now you do have Batman actually go back to the Batcave, but when he gets into the Batcave, he begins to wonder who could possibly be going after Two-Face, and why now? Why now to go after Two-Face's father at his 88th birthday? Who would do this? And of course, it is Batman wondering, could it be one of the many enemies that Two-Face has? There's Falcone, the person who basically made Harvey Dent into Two-Face. It could even be the Joker, because the Joker is just crazy like no other. But at the same time, it could be an old classic villain like Lockup, who used to work against Two-Face at the same time work with Two-Face. And so with that being said, it's kind of like, who could it be? There's so many different people. On top of that, it could even be Batman himself, because Batman is one of the many enemies of Two-Face. And so this is Batman just wanting to know, who in the world could it possibly be trying to go after Two-Face and his father? Now, you do have Batman be confronted by Stephanie Brown in the Batcave. And the reason why, because this is Stephanie Brown coming to Batman and giving him some kind of advice. And honestly, I like this because a lot of times you have Batman really ignore the sidekicks in the Batman family. But in newer DC comics, he's really down to more accepting them and listening to them more often. And right now, he begins to listen to Stephanie Brown, because the reason why she's talking to him is because she knows Batman is working on a Harvey Dent case. And she knows Batman was a close friend to Harvey Dent. And that is why she is so concerned. Because when it comes to her, let's not forget, her father was Clue Master, another villain of Batman. And of course, she thought her father was someone great, someone good, but of course he was not. He was someone evil. And so this is her coming to Batman saying, listen, you just can't go to this with your eyes closed. Keep your eyes open. Harvey Dent is still Two-Face. Yes, he was your friend, but that was a long time ago. You should only trust him at a distance, because honestly, he could still be the same crazy old villain even though he was given a second chance by the mayor. So honestly, make sure this does not fall apart. Now, we actually do see Two-Face meeting up with his father at his father's home. And I like this moment right here because it shows the relationship between the two characters. Where for Two-Face, he's kind of acting like he's very concerned for his father. He's very concerned that apparently someone might come after him or his father at his father's 88th birthday. But at the same time, his father is kind of like, listen, we'll be okay. I don't care what you think. We're having this party. We're going to celebrate. And honestly, there's nothing you can do that will change my mind. And the way they talk to one another is Harvey Dent showing that he cares, but his father is more like, honestly, I don't care if you care. Just do what I ask you to do, get out of my way, and everything will be great. And that is what I see in these couple pages between the conversations they have with one another. But either way, you do have Harvey Dent say, I'm going to leave, but I'm here to tell you that Bruce Wayne will also be there as well at your 88th birthday party. Now, we actually do jump over to the big moment of the book, which is the 88th birthday party of Harvey Dent's father. Now, of course, everything seems like it's going to plan, and Batman is there as well, because remember, Harvey Dent did ask Batman to see who is trying to attack his father and to hopefully watch over his father. So Batman and the Batgirls, because let's not forget, right now in DC Comics, there is a Batgirls team. Not just one Batgirl, but 3 Batgirls. But either way, you have all 3 Batgirls here right now working together to make sure that this 88th birthday party does go to plan. And everything seems like nothing is going to happen. You have all the Batman family members walking around inside and outside the building to make sure everything goes to plan and nothing bad could possibly happen to Harvey Dent's father. But of course, this is a Two-Face book, meaning that something is about to happen. And of course, it all takes place when Batman and Stephanie Brown realize something is off. Because we come to find out, Who was behind that letter that Two-Face got, talking about someone coming after his father? And of course, that person was Two-Face himself. This is not someone trying to attack Two-Face's father to get at Two-Face. It's Two-Face getting payback against his own father, but in a messed up way. Because Stephanie Brown realized that there is some kind of toxin in the balloons. On top of that, with Batman outside the building, he realized that one side of the building, the darkest side of the building, the security team on that side just disappeared. And when he finds them, they're all tied up, meaning that they were ambushed. And so right now, whoever was trying to attack Harvey Dent's father got inside easily, took out security, brought in toxin, did all the things they needed to do to attack Harvey Dent's father. And that person was Harvey Dent. It went all to plan. And of course, there's one last piece of evidence that this was Harvey Dent's plan, because when he reveals the big birthday cake for his father, it says "Happy Birthday, Two-Face" right on it. Or sorry, "Happy Birthday, Father" by Two-Face. And it's kind of like, yep, Two-Face is still evil, and here he is right now getting payback against his father. But the last trick he does on his father is the birthday cake, because when his father goes to bite the birthday cake, of course, there is some kind of toxin in the cake that begins to do something to Harvey Dent's father. Now here comes the big moment of the book, and honestly, this shows how carefully smart Two-Face is. And the reason why I say that is because you do have Batman jumping in and begin fighting against Two-Face, which is expected. But while the two of them are fighting against each other, we begin to see what is happening with Harvey Dent's father, with that poison being inside of him. Because with that poison being inside the body of Harvey Dent's father, it begins to turn his face just like Two-Face's face. And that right there is very huge. And the reason why, because Harvey Dent knew that his father cares about what other people think. On top of that, he cares about his image so much. And so now with his face scarred, just like his son, his own wife, Harvey Dent's stepmother, begins to freak out because she can't believe what her husband looks like. And when he sees his own face, he begins to freak out because he can't stand what he sees right now. But of course, because he cannot stand how he looks, he grabs a gun and he shoots himself right in the chest. And Batman says, Harvey Dent's father did not die by the poison. Instead, Harvey Dent's father died by the gunshot wound inflicted by himself. And that right there is very important. Now, you do have Batman actually go confront Two-Face in prison. And this moment right here did kind of confuse me a little bit, because it's Batman asking, why did you kill your own father for? Now, this section right here could mean a lot of different things. But for me personally, I feel like it's Harvey Dent saying that his father cared about his image so much that he hated the idea of something being changed about him. And with that change, of course, he wonders what other people would think about him. And he knew that his father couldn't stand that. On top of that, Harvey Dent knew his father only cared about his son when his son was something special, a district attorney. His father kept holding on to the past, just like James Gordon did, just like Batman's doing. It's everyone holding on to the past of Harvey Dent when he was not Two-Face, when he was your perfect person. And so it's Harvey Dent saying, I knew my father. I knew he couldn't stand the idea of looking like that. I knew he could not handle the situation that he's in right now with his own son. And so if I make him look just like me, he would kill himself. And bam, he did. But this is him also telling Batman, you and James Gordon, you keep holding on to the past, praying for a miracle that I come back and be the good old friend you guys had. That image of me is gone. That's an image you had of me in the past. This is the new me. So get used to it, because you'll never see that old me again. And this is where we are going to end today's comic book video. So please hit the like button down below and subscribe. Also, if you have any suggestions on books I should read, well, please let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But I do hope you enjoy today's comic book video. Later, guys.